Hi, Mr. Sam. Let me see if I can hold this still. Oh, there he is. He's so beautiful. Say hi, Mr. Sam. We love you so much. Look how shiny he is. Yeah. He is getting into shedding season. I have to go find his brush that Mom uses. So I am going to have to be brushing him every day. Me or Mama. One of us, right? It's spring. He's making biscuits. You know what's funny about long-haired kitties? They have these long hairs hanging. Oh, Handsome is so beautiful. Hi. Oh, he's hanging out with me. This is the first time this morning that he's ever gotten on to sit on my couch in all the years that we've lived here. Always trying to coax him to come visit, but he remembers the kitty that lived here. She's been passed away for about almost a year now, but he's scared to come down here, and I've had to carry him down a couple times, and he wanted to fight me. So it's been one of these things that I have gradually had to wear him down a little bit, and exposure therapy, pick him up, bring him near to where the stairs are, and then he gets freaked out, and then I put him down. It has been a very long process. Finally, I had to cross the threshold and just kind of scruff him a little bit gently and carry him down anyway. And he was not too happy, but when I came and put him onto the bed, I put him on the bed, he was like, oh, there's a bed here. This is really comfy. Oh, there's blankets. Oh, I like this place. And he stayed with me for a few minutes, and he left. And I think that was yesterday. Yesterday, I brought him down a few times. Either yesterday or the day before was the first time. Hi. Yeah. Oh. I tried to bring some food down here to give him. But he's not used to eating his food in my house. He's used to eating his food in Mama's house. So he's just like, yeah, I'm not following you for that. He already has a dish of, he has plenty of dry food. He has plenty of water. He has a little bubbler. He has everything a handsome kitty boy needs. He's got a bucket full of toys. I'm going to play with him later. I got to get that brush for him. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. I'm not sitting on your tail, am I? Oh, Handsome. Oh, you're so beautiful. Look at those paws. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, are you annoying? Okay. See, cats don't act like dogs. If you're a dog person and you don't understand cats, they're very subtle, but they're very sensitive. And when you do earn their trust, they love you completely. It just takes a little bit longer because they have their own mind. Aw. My mom just texted me. I think Sam has short hair complex. Sam has the little dog complex version for kitties. He thinks he is the leader of the house, which is fine. He is the only kitty. Yeah, funny story about him. He, when my parents adopted him as a baby, they had Ben and Annie, and they were adults. They were young adults. They might have been 7. And they adopted him as a kitten. I can't tell you how many times in my life I've had 10 or 11 cats, counting from when I was little. So I've had cats in all aspects of their life, and from baby right to the end, and caring for elderly kitties and their health problems. So I've been around cats a lot. And I've introduced cats to each other as well. And it can get kind of complicated because they are very, very territorial. I don't know if any of you have seen Jackson Galaxy, my cat from hell. He has a lot of great advice. I really do like him a lot. He knows his kitties. He knows his kitties. He speaks my love language. He speaks cat. I get them. I think because when I was little, we had 4 cats, and we had this big book on the coffee table called The Book of the Cat. I should actually, hold on one second. I'm going to turn off this TV because it's going to unpause itself and get really loud and scare him and me. And we had this, I'm just putting my glasses here. We had this coffee table book. It was a big fat book. I think it was just called The Book of the Cat. Am I patting you too much? He's getting annoyed. So what I was going to say is, for people who don't understand cats, is they don't show happiness to see you in the same way. And they're not outwardly as obvious as dogs, but they have all the same feelings. They're a little bit more independent, of course. They are different animals, but they are much smarter than you might think. And yeah, if you basically treat a cat like a little human, like an adult, and you don't think of them as just a cat, I don't know how they know. I swear, you could talk to them. Hi, Sam. Yeah, that's right. I'm telling them all about you. It's okay, though. They somehow know. They might not know exactly what you're saying, but they're really smart. I don't know if they're psychic or what, but I swear to God, they know. They really do. Maybe because cats very, very much speak to each other in body language. Cats will actually not meow towards one another. They use their body language. And so there's lots of things that you can do to show a cat that you are not a threat to them. Don't talk to a cat like it's a dog. Don't command. If you think of a dog like a toddler, oh, look at how gorgeous his eyes are. You are so beautiful. You're going to be on the internet if you want to. Let me switch this. So yeah, I just woke up a little bit ago. Talked to my loved one who's in the hospital. I'm not going to share too much until they're back home. I made a mistake of doing that once recently with a loved one in the hospital. And that person ended up seeing the video while they were in the hospital. And it's just not nice. And I wouldn't want it to be, I don't want to stress that person out. They're doing really well. Everything's going much better. And for those of you who do know me, you'll be relieved to know things are going much, much better. So I'm happy. They're still going to be there for a little bit, like maybe another day or two. Woo! So happy. Couldn't be happier. One of the things that there was a question about was a fracture. And luckily, that was the main concern. That's all I'm going to say about it. It turns out that they did additional tests. And it turns out there is no fracture after all. And they thought there were 3 fractures in the vertebra. And I'm so happy because when my loved one, I talked to the doctor the first time we brought her in. That's what the doctor's concern was when he was talking to me. So there's other stuff going on, but they are in good spirits. I talked to them this morning. I talked to them yesterday. I'm going to switch around. Yay. But yeah, if you guys are interested, I forgot, we talk about special interests, and I forgot how much cats, because it's the word ubiquitous, like they're always a part of my life. So I never really think of cats as a special interest per se, because I just love them so much. But they really are, because I'll go through phases where I learn everything about them. And sometimes I forget that other people don't know. So you kind of have to learn. If you've never been around cats and they kind of come across as aloof, and it can be perceived by us to be that they're jerks. You're not a jerk. You're not a jerk. You can act like it sometimes. Don't be mad though, because you choose to do that. He can be quite assertive. If he gets aggravated, he can smack you. But yeah, we're gonna talk to him about that. It's okay. It's okay. Everything's good. Everything's good. This is awesome. I can't even tell you guys how awesome. Hi, handsome. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm really relieved. And I make these sweaters, but I don't know how to connect them, so I just use that claw clip. What was I going to say? Cat body language. So cats really don't meow at each other unless they're out and about and they're defending their territory. And they're getting in a fight with another cat, and they're warning them, or if they're caterwauling, they're calling for a mate. But besides that, they don't really talk to each other too much. Or moms will talk to kittens. Moms will do little chirps and they'll do the when they see a bird or something that's interesting to them. But generally speaking, they speak. See how he's swishing his tail right now? He is feeling his feelings, and it's not something that they intentionally do. They just express their feelings. Oh my God, that was amazing. Oh, I'm so happy right now. I am a happy cat person. Oh, my cat passed away last year. Oh my God, I've had a big cat-sized hole in my heart, in my couch. Oh my God. Guys, I'm going to cry. I'm like so happy right now. I've been thinking about adopting, but I haven't been in a position to adopt. And Mom says, oh, you can hang out with Sam anytime you want. And I'm like, I know, but you're his human. So I've been, the last month or two working with him, and everything is on his terms, because that's just how it is. And if you expect a pet to be obedient, don't get a cat. But if you want an animal that has their own mind, see how right now he's telling me he was starting to get annoyed and he almost bit me. But do you see how, he's showing me, because they can just read each other, right? They speak through their body language. See how his ear's starting to go back? Okay. Are you warm? So I'm going to put my hand here. He wants me to stop touching him so much. Okay. He doesn't mind me touching his head. If you have a cat that you brush them too much, or if you wonder why, if you pet them and after a minute or two they get mad and they bite you, notice that they don't bite you hard. That is the only way they have to talk to you. They got his hair all over the phone. That's their only way of telling. So they're actually asking, they're mad. They think that you can read their body language because they can read each other's body language. They don't know you can't. And they're already telling you, but you just don't know. So all you have to do is go online and learn about cat body language. There are charts that show the different ways that the pupils are and the different positions of the ears. So I forget that I learned about all of this as a kid. And so to me, it's very, self-explanatory and intuitive. I forget that other people don't know how to tell because I've just learned since I was a little girl. But yeah, they do get annoyed if you pat them too much, just because their fur, especially long hair for babies like this dude, his hair is quite long. If I touch it too much, he's going to get mad. Because if you imagine, we just want to be affectionate and we want to pat them, and we get mad if they don't allow us to. But we forget that they are sentient beings and they have their own feelings, right? So imagine that if you were in somebody's home and their way of bonding with you is to stroke your back. But after a while, imagine you have sensory issues and touching you irritates you. You might tolerate it for a little bit, but then after a few minutes, you're like, hey, cut it out. And it doesn't mean that you don't love them. And that's the same thing with cats. So sometimes they get very annoyed because they get static buildup in their fur. So as it builds up, just like when you touch a doorknob after you've been rubbing your feet, like in the winter when it's really dry. Rub your feet, walk across the carpet with your socks, and just rub your feet on the rug, and then touch the doorknob. You get a little static charge. Imagine that going down your back. It's probably not a very good feeling. So, yeah, so his tail's calmed down now. He's not purposely doing it to tell me. It's just their body language does certain things when they have certain emotions, and it's very subtle. It just does it. But they can read each other. And all you have to do is learn what the cat body language is. And that's their way of telling you stuff. It's not as much work as it seems. But yeah, see that I talked to Mom too. Every cat's a little bit different. When he gets annoyed, his tail is just swishing all over the place. So if they're swishing their tail back and forth, I don't want to move my arm because it will annoy him, and he's all comfy. I'm so excited he's sitting with me. This is amazing. This is the first time ever, guys. Hooray! I can't wait to show this to Mama when I see her. Or I'll send it in a text to Mama. Yep, she'll be psyched. She'll be psyched. Anytime she goes to visit a friend, or even if she's still upstairs, if he comes down here, or I bring him down here, if I spend any time with him, she's excited, right? Yeah, so this is Sam. He has, I don't want to say a Napoleon complex. Don't get mad at me, honey. Have you guys ever seen Jackson Galaxy, My Cat from Hell? There's an episode. I can't remember the name of the girl. Hi. She was a reality show. She was on a reality show like years ago. Maybe a decade or two ago. I can't remember. And I can't remember if she was on a modeling show or an MTV show. I can't really quite remember. Oh, wait a minute. She had been on some kind of modeling show, I think. And then it was like something of the B actors, or the D life. What was the name of that show? Do you guys remember? And it showed like, they kind of marketed it as they were has-beens, but they weren't. They're just different people who are in different TV shows and different things over the years. And so they all live together in this house. And she had a thing for Peter Brady. Is it Peter Brady, the little one? She ended up in a relationship with him. And I think in the long run it didn't work out. But I think she was on Jackson Galaxy. I think it was her. Either that or it was a different show. And her partner were calling their cat asshole and stuff. And they know. I don't know how they know. Don't ask me how they know. They know. Anyway, I'm sorry, but I would be a jerk if somebody was calling me a little asshole all the time. That's just not nice. Treat your cat the way you'd want to be treated. That's all. That's all. They don't require much. They love us. Hunt, catch, kill, eat. He was right about that. Play with your cat every day. If your cat gets into mischief, spend time playing with your cat every day. They have this need. They still have that wild animal inside of them. They still need to hunt things. It's in their instinct. They'll get bored and depressed. Enrichment. They're trapped in a house. Nature wants them to be out and about. We don't want to let them out because they'll live half of the life expectancy and they'll kill all of the birds and stuff. And that's not good. Oh, I'm so excited. He's being so sweet right now. Yeah, he can be pushy. He can be crabby for a boy. They all have their own personalities, just like people. But yeah, he's chill right now. See how his tail's not moving? And he's being very gentle on me. He's not like being rude. But if a cat chooses to sit with you, that's a big deal. You know, the things that we just think of them as just sitting next to us. Well, they don't just sit next to just anybody. That means they think of you as family. If they don't like someone or they don't trust them, they're not going to sit next to them. This is huge. So yeah, if a cat sleeps on the bed next to you, that's a big deal. So celebrate your wins if you're learning how to get along with a kitty and it's foreign to you. Yeah, they will tell you. Each cat's a little different. If they just get annoyed from you patting them, just stop patting them and put your hand down like a cup and allow them to come to you. Sometimes if they get annoyed with you patting them and you go over their head with your hand, I can't show you now that he's laying on my hand. They think you're going to go grab at them, and sometimes it freaks them out. So you put your hand low, like cup, with the palm facing up, and allow them to come to you. So that won't be threatening to them. And if they look you in the eye and they don't know you very well, do a slow blink and then look at them like you're kind of a little bit sleepy. And they will know that's cat language for I'm not a threat, I'm a friend. Jackson calls it the kitty I love you. And it's funny, I did that for years with my cat and I didn't even know it was a thing. But she and I used to blink at each other all the time. And that's why I did it. When they were stressed out, I wanted them to know, like I thought, if I'm sleepy, then I'm not scary. And yeah. So I am going to put this phone down. Oh, he's so handsome. Yay, thank you for helping me. Thank you for letting me record you. This looks like it's in his face, but it's not. And I am going to drink the rest of my coffee, guys. I will be getting back to doing content soon. I think it's just going to be a few more days. And I've been a little bit out of sorts just because I didn't know what the situation was. So a little bit of stress. And part of that is neurodivergence, right? So when you have change in your routine, things are different. If you're worried about a loved one who might be sick and you don't know what the situation is, you're all thrown off, right? So it's funny. Before this happened, my body clock was all messed up and I had been staying up till like 5 o'clock in the morning. I did set bedtime reminders on my phone. And last night was the first time that I didn't just up and turn it off. So even yesterday was good. I went to bed at 12:30. So besides that, every day I've been going to bed around 11:30. So that's a huge improvement. And I'm really not sure how well I've been sleeping. I'm just tired a lot, but that kind of goes with the situation. Anytime there's changes that can be stressful for somebody who's neurodivergent, and change does stress me out. And I know I feel silly about it, but that's just how it is. And we will get through it. We will get through it, buddy. Yeah, so I'm hoping I can finally start tackling some of the mess I have. I've been talking about it forever. We're going to have a few more days of just chilling. And, yep, I'm going to clean the house. I keep saying I'm going to do that, but I've been so out of sorts. I started picking up again, started doing the dishes. Everything just got really bad because I didn't know what was going on. But everything's good now. Everything's good. Everything's good. And I will talk to you guys soon. I have to figure out, like, when I'm doing a schedule again, what it's going to be like. What else was I going to do? So if you want to do like an employment type of project with me, if you are neurodivergent, if you have ADHD or autism, one of the things I'm going to be doing soon is I'm going to start making a list of triggers, things about different jobs that would be bad for my particular neurodivergence, what things to avoid and what things are good for me. And I'm a little overwhelmed to start doing that. In the meantime, I might actually end up seeing about what jobs are available near me and maybe trying something else in addition to what I'm doing. I don't know yet. But I've been feeling stuck for a few years, so I need some change. And spring is coming, and I've been wanting to henna my hair. It's a little bit, I lightened it a little bit, but because I felt it was bland. So that lightness is going to go away. Imagine what stain does to wood. Any ladies out there who are thinking of dyeing their hair red with henna, it will not lighten your hair, it will make it darker. So if you want a lighter shade, you have to lighten your hair first. And if you get the right kind of henna, you can. Not sure, since henna is an interest of mine periodically, I'm not sure, it may be completely boring to you guys, but if you want to see me as a mudhead, let me know, and I can show you how I make my mix. It's not hard. You just need some fruit tea. Even on the directions on the back of the package from the company I got this henna from, it says to mix coffee with it. Some people have mixed coffee with theirs. I don't think it changes the color, but it's like a traditional thing. But don't mix coffee with your henna. Unless, I mean, especially if you have a sensitivity to caffeine, because it actually gives you the jitters. And so berry tea, I don't remember which tea it is. It's hibiscus. There's enough acid in that, slightly acidic, to, you could just mix water and henna. It'll drip everywhere. But I mix the tea. It's like a fruit tea. That's all. And the henna. And then I'll put in some honey. It helps it to not dry out. And you can keep it in there as long as you want. It's not like regular hair dye. Some people sleep in it. It's awkward and messy. And you might say, why do I want to do that? It makes your hair stronger. If you have dandruff, it will kill fungus and bacteria on your scalp. It strengthens your hair. It thickens your hair. It does a lot of good things for your hair. But it's quite a different process than using hair dye. So if that is not something, if that's something you're interested in, I can teach you a little bit about it. But basically, once you mix up your mixture and the dye releases, you can put it on your head. And the longer you leave it on, the deeper it will get. You can leave it on for just like an hour or two. I tend to leave mine on for like 5 hours, 6 hours. I've even slept in it. And it makes it a deep, rich auburn. A really pretty color. We are going into spring though, so I'm really not sure. If you, yeah, I talked a lot about it in the last one. It was probably bored you guys to tears. Oh, that's right. I didn't make that one public yet. I only shared it with a couple of people because there was some personal information. But when things settle down and get back to normal, I'm going to release it and make it public. I just realized after I recorded it that that it wasn't nice to do that without the person's consent. That it part of it was about that. But I love you guys, and if you're interested in cat behavior, I can talk about that anytime. Henna, I can talk about that anytime. He's sleeping. Look at him. He's so handsome. Okay, we're gonna let Sam take his little nap, and I hope you're having a good day. And enjoy your coffee. It's late here. I can't believe you stayed. I can't believe you stayed with me here. Or we got him to come up on the bed yesterday for the first time. And well, yesterday or the day before, I actually put him on there. And last night when my fiance was here and we were just chilling and hanging out and looking at our phones, I brought him down and put him on the bed, and he hung out with us. And then at a certain point, he went upstairs, and I closed the door for the night. And this morning, he gently asked to be let in, and I let him in. And he came up on his own. Now, that doesn't sound like a big deal, but for like the last year, he has not wanted to come down the stairs at all. So And there are many times I tried. So this is amazing. And when he did, he was very fearful, and he would hang out at the bottom and just sit there. No matter how many months have gone by, he's got anti-PTSD. He thinks she's still here, even though I've cleaned and we've mopped the floor, and any bedding that has been around that she has sat on, I believe they've all been washed. So I don't believe there's anything here that would still smell like her. Maybe her rubbing on the furniture, but he always thought she was here. And he'd even sit there forever, and he'd still think she was here. I'm rambling. I love you guys. Things are good. Things are getting back to normal. I'm less stressed out. This is awesome. I'm going to do some dishes. I started doing the dishes yesterday. This is not a big deal for other people. I have ADHD, and some of my neurodivergent friends who have ADHD or autism or both might be very neat. For ADHD, there are people like me who are very disorganized, and it's very hard for me to, with my executive functioning, to go through my piles of stuff and decide what I'm tossing, what I'm keeping. I mean, until I get organized. And then once I get organized, I can, then I'll have everything by category together, and then I can decide how to perch down. But when I go through a move, I never adjust well, and everything is everywhere still. But yeah, if you guys are interested in body doubling, let me know. That's how it affects me, is that I become mess blind because I get so overwhelmed, and gradually the messes get worse. So I'm going to have more coffee. I'm going to wake up. I have my happy light on. I was forgetting to take my scripts. I did that one day and I realized, oh, I can't let that happen. So if you have big changes in your life, just make a note to yourself. If this happens someday in the future, make a mental note that when some big change happens that takes you out of your routine, just put a note to ask yourself, did I take my scripts? Whatever you need to do to just make sure you take your scripts so you don't get messed up. And I was thinking that I might not be able to get back to regular videos or live streams this week. But I was thinking what might be fun is I might go to the store and I might get some canvas and supplies. I was thinking it might be fun to paint like a big, beautiful, colorful phoenix. I've never drawn or painted a bird. I've done still lifes. I've done with like fruit, vegetable displays. I've done drawn portraits. I've done landscape. I've never drawn a bird, a complicated bird. And I was thinking that, you know, there's some paintings that I would love to paint. And I don't know if that's boring, but I might film it and put musics to the background, so to make it more enjoyable for you. If you would like that, if that sounds fun. The ice is melting on the body of water near my home. And I think I saw a swan the other day, so that's good. All good signs. And oh my God, my brain. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Anybody who celebrates. I can't believe it's St. Patrick's Day. And I think in a few days or a week, it's going to be the first day of spring. Ah! I think I woke him up. I love you guys. I'm going to go eat. Did I eat? I ate. I'm going to drink my coffee and wake up. And I hope you have the best day ever. Do something kind for yourself. You deserve it. Today's a new day. He's so cute. Look at this. He's in a little ball. He's in a ball. So I hope you guys are doing great, and I will see you later. Bye.